The June 17th ceasefire has officially collapsed. Over the last 24 hours, the U.S. and Iran have engaged in their most violent direct military exchanges yet. Starting at 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, U.S. Central Command launched its fifth night of precision strikes, broadening the target list significantly. Key targets include Bandar Abbas, Iran's primary naval hub, and strategic defense sites on Greater Tunb Island in the Strait of Hormuz. For the first time, strikes were reported deep within the interior, hitting targets near the capital, Tehran, and missile production sites in Semnan. CENTCOM confirms these strikes prioritize destroying cruise missile bunkers, surveillance sites, and command centers. In the southeast, an attack on the 388th Mechanized Infantry Brigade reportedly killed 7 Iranian personnel. Tehran's response was swift. The IRGC launched waves of missiles and drones targeting U.S. facilities across the region. In Jordan, state media reported the successful interception of 8 Iranian missiles targeting communication and fuel storage hubs. In Kuwait, drones targeted the Ali al-Salem Air Base, aiming for radar systems and Patriot air defense batteries. Significant damage was reported. Bahraini air defenses were also active throughout the morning, thwarting strikes aimed at U.S. naval assets at Sheikh Issa Air Base. At sea, the conflict has paralyzed global trade. The U.S. Navy has reimposed a strict blockade on all Iranian ports. In a major escalation, a U.S. aircraft fired Hellfire missiles into the tanker Belma after it ignored warnings to turn away from Karg Island. Traffic through the strait has plummeted. Only 9 ships transited yesterday with 0 very large crude carriers recorded. The economic shock is global. Brent crude has surged to $85 a barrel, and U.S. diesel prices are climbing toward $5 a gallon. President Trump has issued a stark ultimatum, threatening to target Iran's power plants and bridges if negotiations don't resume next week. Iran countered today, warning that any strike on civilian infrastructure would result in all regional infrastructure being crushed. Amidst the violence, a humanitarian breakthrough. U.S.-Iranian nonprofit founder Dina Karari was released after being detained since 2024. Meanwhile, the State Department notified Congress of a nearly $2 billion weapons sale to Saudi Arabia to counter drone swarms. Proxy tensions are also rising. In Yemen, Houthi leaders have formally ended their truce with Saudi Arabia, further destabilizing the region. The human cost is mounting. Iranian health officials report at least 35 dead and hundreds wounded since the strikes intensified. In response to the threat, the UAE has initiated talks for a cooperative force among Gulf states to coordinate regional air defenses. With both sides dug in and infrastructure targets now on the table, the situation in the Middle East remains on a knife edge. We will continue to track this evolving conflict. Stay tuned for the latest updates on the Iran-US war.